What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Lions video. Now, with the draft fast approaching, a lot of people wanted me to do videos on underrated prospects or prospects that you may not have heard of, may not go top of the draft, may not be guys that go day one or even day two, but guys nonetheless that could be big impact players. Now, the first one we did, a lot of people weren't very high on Richard LeCounte III and instead said that they wanted to prioritize athleticism, they wanted to prioritize athletes and guys with higher ceilings than what the Georgia safety could offer. So in today's video, I have not one, but two sleeper safeties, two guys that are actually both right now current teammates from the University of Cincinnati that I think both could be really big time pickups for the Lions late in the NFL draft. Before we get into the sleeper safety duo out of Cincinnati, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, please consider liking the videos and subscribing to the channel. It takes just 2 seconds out of your day to do so. It's quick, free, and easy, and you would be helping the channel out more than you could possibly know. So if you could do that, take those 2 seconds to like and subscribe. I'd be greatly appreciative for it. And if you do enjoy the content and want a way to support it even more, go above and beyond while earning special perks. Of course, the memberships will always be in the description below. But with that being said, and without all that being out of the way, let's get right into this sleeper safety duo in both Cincinnati's James Wiggins as well as the Cincinnati safety Darrick Forrest. Now, as I said, today we are going to be talking about two teammates in the NFL draft, two guys that have played side by side for the past 3 seasons, and two guys that could be potential targets for the Detroit Lions. Now, starting with Darrick Forrest, the first safety out of Cincinnati. Darrick Forrest is a 6', 200-pound safety. In his time with the Cincinnati Bearcats, he played in 39 games, totaled 200 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 6 interceptions, 6 passes defended, as well as a fumble recovery. Now, you guys said you wanted athletes, you guys said you wanted to prioritize athleticism, and this is exactly what Darrick Forrest brings to the table. Darrick Forrest had a RAS, a raw athletic score of 9.69 out of 10, making him and considering him by that score an elite athlete. At his pro day, at the Cincinnati Pro Day, Darrick Forrest put up a 4.38 40-yard dash. Very impressive time for the safety. He put up 21 reps on the bench, 39-inch vertical, and as well as an 11-foot broad jump. He's really good at everything. I didn't see a significant weakness on his tape when watching him. He's just all around. He's a good player. He's got good fundamentals, good instincts. He's very explosive, as you can tell. He's fast enough to go sideline to sideline. He's really good in coverage, is not afraid to make the tackle. Like, all around, Darrick Forrest is just a really, really good safety. He's athletic. He has explosiveness. He's got good instincts. He's a good coverage guy. He's not necessarily the greatest tackler, but he's more than willing to tackle. He's more than willing to get his nose dirty. He's more than willing to get his hands dirty. He's more than willing to put a guy on the ground. He's more than willing to step up if he needs to and make a big time tackle. Now, as I said, he's far more of a coverage safety. He's better in coverage than he is at tackling. And, a lot of that has to do with his athletic ability, right? I mean, he has so much athleticism. A guy that can run in the 4.3s, a guy that can bench, 21 reps, an 11-foot broad and a 39-inch vert are really, really good statistics. And that's a big reason as to why his raw athleticism score was so high. As I said, being a 9.69 out of 10. Darrick Forrest, I think, would be a good pick for the Detroit Lions. He's projected to go late on day 3 if being drafted at all. He's a guy that is severely underrated in this draft. He has the production, he has the fundamentals, he has the range, he has the tackling ability, the coverage, the willingness, the mindset. Like, everything that I see from this man is a big check mark, and I believe he would be a really good pickup late, round 7, maybe even UDFA for the Detroit Lions. He's a guy that can be a real big special teams contributor immediately while developing and while working on getting to that starting safety position. He's a guy with a lot of upside. He's a guy with an incredible ceiling, not necessarily the highest floor, but a guy with an incredible ceiling with his athletic prowess, with his athletic ability, and of course the production that he did put up at Cincinnati. I think he'd be more than worthy of a late round selection. However, even though Darrick Forrest would be a good pickup for the Detroit Lions, I don't think he's necessarily the best safety out of Cincinnati. That honor would go to the other Cincinnati safety in James Wiggins. Now, James Wiggins, very similar to his Cincinnati teammate, stands at 6', even 205 pounds. Now, he played 23 games for the Cincinnati Bearcats, totaling just 87 tackles and 3 tackles for loss and a sack. However, he did have 5 interceptions, one of which was a game-winning pick 6, had 11 passes defended, as well as 2 forced fumbles. Now, James Wiggins actually had a higher RAS score than his teammate. James Wiggins ranked at a 9.7 out of 10. Of course, as I said, with Darrick Forrest, making him an elite level athlete, and based off the RAS score, he is considered an elite athlete. Now, if you don't know what the RAS score is, it is a score that you get based off your size, based off your weight, based off your explosiveness, based off your speed. Like all the drills you run at the combine, all the drills that you would run at your pro day, they put all of that together, they compile all of that data, and they compare it to averages, they compare it to the great athletes, they compare it to the bad athletes, and they give you a score out of 10. The higher the score, the better of an athlete you are. Now, James Wiggins, as I said, got a 9.7 out of 10. He was a really phenomenal athlete. At his pro day, he put up a 4.41 40-yard dash, did put up 22 reps on the bench, had a 38-inch vertical and a 10-foot 7-inch broad jump. I mean, this dude is almost as explosive as his teammate. Doesn't have quite the speed, doesn't have quite the burst. However, this dude is a phenomenal safety. I mean, I think he's more technically sound. He produced at a higher efficiency than his teammate did at Cincinnati. And I mean, this safety duo in general is just really good. This safety duo was really good at Cincinnati, and I think both of them are going to accomplish very good things in the NFL. They both have incredibly high ceilings. Both of them are projected to go relatively low in the draft. I believe James Wiggins is actually ranked the 11th safety in this class, while Darrick Forrest is actually ranked all the way down at the 24th safety in the class. Now, I can tell you firsthand that there is no way Darrick Forrest should be that low. There's no way he should be the 24th safety. I think James Wiggins ranked at 11th is pretty reasonable. I think that's pretty right for him. However, both of these guys I think have more potential than just about anybody. I think these two Cincinnati safeties are probably two of the better athletes in the secondary. They're probably two of the best athletes at the safety position in this class. And in fact, if you compare their RAS scores, I believe they are actually the two highest graded safeties when it comes to athletic ability and athletic prowess. Now, of course, athletes don't necessarily mean you're going to be a good football player. Just because you're big, strong, and fast doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a great player. However, that does mean you have a higher ceiling. And even, and it's not like these guys are just athletes. It's not like these guys just ran fast, jumped high, jumped far, and they showed a lot of athletic potential. They showed real production at the University of Cincinnati. I mean, as a duo, right, over the past couple of years, they totaled more than 11 interceptions. I mean, they totaled more than 18 passes defended as a duo. They got a lot of turnovers. They forced a lot of turnovers for the Bearcats and were a big reason why Cincinnati was able to be such a highly ranked team. It was a big reason that the Cincinnati defense was so good, and it's a big reason why Cincinnati finished as a top 10 program a season ago and finished their season, unfortunately, with a loss, but a loss that was incredibly close to a very good SEC Georgia team. So with that being the case, with these guys being on the board, with both of these guys testing incredibly well, having incredible ceilings, and guys that you guys seem to want to get, of course, prioritizing that athletic ability and athletic prowess, I would be comfortable drafting either of these guys with the 5th round pick or later. I think both of these guys would be worth a 5th round pick, and the Lions should get at least one, if not both of these guys. Of course, being safeties, they would have that chemistry right away. Both of them on day one would be really good special teams contributors, with both of them having incredible potential and lots of potential to become starting safeties in the NFL. Now, the Lions did actually go to the Cincinnati Pro Day when it did happen. I believe they sent John Dorsey down to scout out some of the Cincinnati Bearcats, and of course, very seemingly, he seemed as though he liked what he saw with the two safeties. So I'd keep an eye on Wiggins. I would keep an eye on Darrick Forrest in this draft class. I don't know if the Lions are going to take him, but I know for a fact they are going to be late round sleepers. They are going to be guys that teams are going to get and they're going to be incredibly happy with. They're going to be steals in this year's NFL draft, and they are guys that the Lions should be targeting on day 3. Now, with all that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this safety duo? What do you think about the two Cincinnati safeties coming out this year? Both both of whom have incredible athletic prowess, both of whom have incredible NFL potential, and guys that may and likely are being underrated in this class. Let me know what you guys think about the safeties down in the comments below. Let me know if you would draft them. Let me know what range you would feel comfortable taking either of these safeties. And of course, let me know in general what you think about the prospects in the comments below. But with that being the case, and with all that being said, that is all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If there's Lions news or rumors to come out before tomorrow, of course, another video will be made. But until then, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you all so very much for watching. And until next time, and as always, go Lions.